straight to you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another live stream. We are live tonight on YouTube and for the first time ever on TikTok. We are excited here. We are in for a fun time, and I'm going to be joined here by my friend, Rod, aka the Cinema Gallery. You should be here in a second. How is everyone doing tonight? It is a nice Sunday night. This is our special back to school live stream. So you may be wondering, what does that mean? What's a back to school live stream? Well, kiddos, everyone, college kids, they go back to school tomorrow. So we figured, why not just do a live stream where we just talk about everything with like school related movies, the best and worst, underrated ones. So, your Fast Times at Ridgemont High, 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, which we'll get into that as well too. And we are using as you see, we're doing a new system. We have freaking stream. We are using Restream, so we're live on multiple platforms, which is actually really cool. It's just going to take me a minute to make sure we got everything all set to go. But yes, how is everyone doing tonight as we wait for everyone to come in? Let's see what here, captions. So let's do this at here. Well, welcome to stream. All right, and I think my boy is here. I think he doesn't really need an introduction until we. So you know him, you love him. He's my boy Rod, aka Cinema Gallery, my live stream partner. We really need to come up with a live stream name here, but let us bring in the great and mighty Cinema Gallery.
My man, what's going on, dude?
What's up, Rod? How you doing?
I feel like I haven't seen like 24 hours. It's crazy.
I know, right? It's not like we just recorded a podcast together.
Nope, not at all. Good to see you, though, bro.
Good to see you too, man. We were originally going to do this on Friday, but shit happened, so we decided to do it on Sunday, and it's the perfect time because Sunday, kids are going back to school tomorrow, and you came up with this idea. I will give you this quality.
Well, I don't know if I came up with it. You and I were just spitballing stuff back and forth, so this is still your show, so
you came up with it with the good stream because you said like, hey, we need an idea. So I said, okay, what do you got? And you mentioned, well, it's like a few ideas. I said, wait a minute, back to school is happening. Mm-hmm. Why not talk about school? It's school movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to get my list here, and we get the word out that we're live. I guess we'll start with kind of like, Rod, what was your experience in school? Was those the best years of your life? Or is it fucking bullshit,
How far back are we going, Mac? Like high school and college, middle school? How far back are we going?
Well, seeing how most of these movies probably take place in middle, junior high, all the way to college. So let's start from junior high.
So what is that? That's what is that? 9th grade, I guess, or 8th grade, whatever. Because I go by like middle school. So I would say my my high school years were a lot better than my middle school years, Mac. My middle school years were 6th through 8th grade they were rough. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of rough. I was either hanging out with the wrong people, or I was getting picked on and bullied. So I resorted to comic books, sports, of course, and just watching Luckily, Mac, the MCU started back when I was in middle school, so I kind of had that as my saving grace. But things got better for me in high school. High school was better. That's kind of where I started meeting my people. That's where I met my best friend, who I consider like a brother to me. So that'd be my high school years. Then college was, that's where I made most of my friends. So in terms of like experience, definitely high school and college are definitely the kind of like the highlights of, I guess, those the school years, if you want to call it, Mac.
What about you? For me, I was a punching bag through school, all grades, so elementary, middle, and high school. College was fine because I was able to just kind of be on my own. But I was mostly like just the big guy in school, so everyone wants to try to pick on me because it's like, oh, you're the bigger kid and everything. But I mostly made a lot of good friends actually from school. I still talk to you. My friend Jason, who I started the podcast with, We started a little bit. We did with the light is too bright in my eyes. God dang. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so we started it. We started the podcast together. College is much more better. I think high school I kind of was above it all. So not above it all. I kind of got over it by my senior year. I was just like, fuck this shit. I hate all of you. And then I started the whole Mac movie reviews junior year of high school. And I remember the first movie I reviewed was Monster Trucks. So that's a movie that has a soft spot in my head, in my place. And then I reviewed Triple X, which was something, but I had started becoming like a reviewer and made rounds around school and it was like, oh, haha, let's make fun of it. And years later, when you say, hey, we got to have Kathy Bates on the podcast, I said look at you different, so I was like, fuck you haters. I think I still look back on it fondly, but at least we're not one of those people that be like, man, high school is a shit. I did everything and everything like that. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ.
I can't stand those people, man.
Me neither.
I can't stand those people. That means I don't want to be mean or anything, but like if your best years were high school,
Jesus.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like I said, high school was definitely better for me than my middle school years for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just being in a better environment, but I think once I got to, like you said, like college too, I think that's kind of where I really started to find myself, Mac, as well.
Yeah.
And just, my people and stuff. So, and that's kind of what they say in high school too. Like that's when you meet your clique or whatever, your people in college and stuff. So, but I didn't know you. I met you through social media. So there you go, Mac. There you go.
The funniest thing too is that if I met like some of the people I met from Instagram and everything like that, I think that I would have loved to be able to like connect with them and all that.
Oh yeah.
But life goes on. But Rod, we're going to be talking about some high school, middle school, junior high movies just to celebrate going back to school. So there's no tier list this time because tier lists take too much time to find and curate. And there's so much to do. So we figured we'd come together with a list and we'll kind of break it down. So we'll start first with the best movies. So I have 5, but I know you have 10.
I didn't know we were doing best and worst. Okay, so I'll need some time for my worst.
Okay.
I can definitely come up with some for sure. I just need some time with that. But yeah, I do have 10, so I can kind of run through my 10 through 6 though, real quick.
Oh yeah, sure. I just bring up my list. So yeah, what are your 10 through 6 best films involving school?
Okay. Man, cause I had my list. I had 15 because I was 14. Yeah, 15. Because I was gonna do some honorable mentions before the top 10. So. Is it okay, Mac, if I quickly shout out the honorable mentions before the top 10?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, Risky Business, which I actually just watched this past Friday.
Okay.
Actually, that's what I ended up doing instead of us doing the stream. I ended up watching Risky Business for the first time. So, Risky Business, Easy A, Mac, with Emma Stone.
Yes.
Love that movie. Booksmart, Mac. Such a great surprise. 21 Jump Street. You and I think all of us, when after we're done recording the podcast yesterday, we were talking about that. Still one of the funniest movies to date.
Yep. Teenage to fuck up.
And then you're gonna laugh, but you and I, we bonded over this movie a couple weeks ago, maybe like a month ago. Man, I still have a soft spot for Project X, man. I do. I got a soft spot. It's a terrible movie. It is an awful, awful, horrendous movie.
Would you want a sequel? Because they keep saying that they're going to do a sequel.
I wouldn't care for it anymore, Matt. I wouldn't. I feel like Matt, if I were in college, yes. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna be 30 next year, so no. I don't know what do you do with the sequel? Even those characters have evolved, but have grown past the I can look like a high schooler phase. So
probably like. What I've heard is that they'd probably be like their kids or something, or maybe it would be the college route.
I did read something along the lines of the three main characters, their kids found the tape and they want to one up them. I don't know how you one up that party though, Mac.
You freaking blow up the house. That's what you do.
They already did that though. They
You
literally
blow it
saw
up
the house
again.
on fire. Yeah. Michael Bay just comes in and starts blowing shit up. That'd be funny. Okay. So yeah, and I saw this movie. I saw that movie with my dad too, Mac. That was so awkward. So awkward.
Was it awkward the scene where they started to have sex with each other?
I think he was asleep at that point.
Okay,
But
good.
yeah, he tapped out around the time the party started. Thankfully, but yeah. So, what about you? Would you want that sequel now? I mean, 13 years later.
I mean, there's movies where it's just fine for that because you think I was reading and they're like Project X is so what's the word? It's very culturally important because a lot of people were trying to do the Project X parties when that movie came out. I remember like everyone was like they're on Facebook. This is how old we're talking. They're like, hey, Project X party in these abandoned houses, and like I think a kid pulled it off in Australia. I think he was actually the inspiration for it, or like there was another girl that did it. There was like two parties.
It was the kid in Australia that he was the inspiration for the movie. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But then you're right. Other people since that movie came out around that time frame, like 2012, 2013, were trying to replicate that.
Did they do it?
From the stories I read, probably not. No, I don't think
Well,
so.
this is what happens when you post your stuff online. So the cops will probably come find you. So I don't know what the plan was with that, but
I'm looking it up real quick here, Mac. The real life Project X project. It was called Project X Heron Incident in the Netherlands, where a teenager viral Facebook party invitation led to a massive destructive gathering of thousands. The event occurred September 21st, 2012. So this was after the movie came out.
Oh shit!
Resulted in riots, injuries, and numerous arrests. The event is a subject of the Netflix documentary Trainwreck. Oh shit! We gotta watch this.
We gotta find that. Actually,
oh my! Shit. I'm gonna put the log on my Netflix right now and try to find this thing. I might watch it tonight.
That was the party I read about that it failed with that.
So but I know there was an Australian party though, right?
Yeah, because the kid was on TV and like the way that they did the interview at the end of the movie was based on that interview on that thing.
Yep, Corey Worthington, 2018. 2018.
Oh my gosh, because he fled, but he became. I think he turned his life around too, which is actually pretty cool though.
That'd be fun if he like, works for the government or something now.
I think he's actually like a motivational speaker.
So yeah, but like the movie Project X, dumb. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
It's so stupid, but it's so funny because I will say the quotes of that when they stole the guy's gnome and he fucking ran around the corner. It's like Kung Fu no good here. He's like, holy fuck. He's like, the guy's like the fucking Terminator, Jesus.
My favorite part is when he comes back when the party just has really got out of control. Get the top of the car. Cost, give me back my fucking gnome.
Like we can't. And then like the twist was that the gnome was full of fucking ecstasy. He just smashed it because Miles. This movie has a really weird cat. Like we might have to like.
And then apparently Kanye. Remember that part of the end of Kanye apparently made the party too.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus Christ.
Okay, so my top 10, real quick. So my 10 through 6, just real quick. This one came out 2021. The Fallout, Jenna Ortega, Maddie Ziegler. It's about a school shooting and basically the after effects of what that does to the kids.
Okay.
So I highly recommend checking it out. Number 9, it's probably gonna be low for a bunch of people, but I still love it. Superbad. I still love it, Mac. It's just some of these other movies just hit me a little bit more. And also, I want to ask you this too, Mac. Like, have you ever just seen a movie and you've watched it so many times? And it's not be for all films that I've seen a bunch of times, but like the stigma kind of just wears off a little bit. That's kind of how I felt with Superbad a little bit. Just because I've seen it so many times.
You think people are starting to not really appreciate how great it is?
No, I don't think it's that. I just think, for me, I've just seen. I think there's better high school movies out there. 'Cause I don't think while this one is emotional, I think the other movies, some of the other movies I mentioned, have a bit more emotion and a bit more depth to them that I think lacks a little bit in Superbad.
Uh-huh.
But I think also there was that surprise factor to Mac of Superbad being no one knew how good it was actually going or great it was going to be.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Number 8, Mac, American Pie.
The only good one is the first one, and I will stand that by the hill.
I love the original trilogy. Well, I guess it's a quadrilogy, really, because American Wedding. That's my least favorite, though. Of the
American Reunion.
No, American Wedding. I actually like American Reunion. I do like American Reunion a lot. I would probably say American Pie, the first one's still the better made movie, but I think just for sentimental value and nostalgia, I American Reunion. I don't know that I did quite enjoy that. But yeah, the first American Pie movie, Mac, which I think actually just got a 4K release.
Yeah, I did.
So that was it. That was interesting to find out. And then number 7, another 2012 release, Mac, Perks of Being a Wallflower. Ezra Miller.
That's his best movie.
It is by far Ezra Miller's best movie. And Logan Lerman, Emma Watson. What? Because this was post her Harry Potter career.
Mm-hmm.
This might have been the first film too, post her Harry Potter.
I think so, because Deathly Hallows came out the year before.
Yes, and it was great. I love this movie, Mac. This was actually a COVID watch for me.
Oh,
we all went on lockdown. This was one of the first movies I watched. It was like this and Florida Project were one of the first movies I watched during lockdown. And man, this movie's great. I love it. And number 6, my last honorable mention, I guess, or 10 through 6 is I just rewatched it this afternoon. Friday Night Lights. Peter Berg's Friday Night Lights. Love it. I think the show's better, but I still love the movie. But it's not the only it's not the only football movie I have on my list, Mac. I wonder if you have it too on your list.
Friday Night Lights is something where do you watch this guy Flamo raps?
No, I do not.
So he does content about football, and he talked about the real Bobby, the running back, who's this based on. It's actually really interesting, and I forgot Friday Night Lights really had the world unlocked back in the day.
Oh, dude, Friday! Because it was. It's all about football, first of all, and now, Mac. Look, today we are all hooked on football, even more so today than when the show came out. So, yeah, I wouldn't say the show was ahead of its time, Mac, but it was because I didn't watch Friday Night Lights until after it was done airing. But I would have loved to have been a part of that kind of era when it was going on because that show's great. And that was it was one of my first introductions to Kyle Chandler.
Oh, nice.
Who does not get the love he deserves.
I'll give my honorable mentions for best school movies. So I'm gonna put in Freedom Writers.
Oh, good one. Yeah,
that's another one. Most of these I did watch in school. Funny enough. So I'll put Freedom Writers, Clueless. I'll do 21 Jump Street as well too. Fucking Underclassmen. Guys, I have a soft spot for that movie. It's kind of funny. And then I'll give an honorable mention to She's the Man.
Was that high school?
Or
he's boarding school?
Boarding school? That could count.
No, I couldn't. I didn't know if it was high school, boarding school, or college. But no, I think you're right. Or was she the man?
I thought it was high school.
Let's look it up real quick. Let's see. She's the Man. Nope, not Denzel movies. She's the Man.
Imagine Denzel just like, I need a school for my kid.
Boarding school, so yeah, it counts. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go with my number 5 just to start, and I'll go one by one. We can kind of start from year 5. So number 5, I'm gonna put Mean Girls.
Oh, I should have put that on my list too as an honorable mention. Damn, I forgot about that. So,
barring the sequel that shall not be named, because I still think that was an inside joke, would be like, you want a Mean Girls sequel? Here you go. It's iconic. It's like the staple of a lot of millennials and Gen Zers humor. It has one of my favorite comebacks. It was like, what was it? It was a friend, and she's like, your mom's chest hair, and it felt so natural and good. And like, who played Regina George?
Rachel McAdams.
Like her best role. I think she's a very underrated actress, but that's her
Yep.
best role. And this is like Lindsay Lohan, like at her peak, like after post Freaky Friday. So she would. I think after this, she would kind of start to taper off if you think about it.
Yeah, because I think the last like recognizable movie she was in was that terrible Disney movie Herbie Fully Loaded.
Hey, there's no Herbie Fully Loaded slander here. They play once you play that shit on Disney Channel too much, you're gonna see that.
All the goddamn time, man. Herbie Fully Loaded.
We need to do a Disney Channel live stream too. That would be fucking funny.
That'll be fun.
But it has the best joke when Rachel McAdams is like, "Oh, you're just a fucking bitch." She got hit by a bus. He's like, and that's the day Regina George died. No, I'm just joking. She didn't die. She was really messed up. Which there's questions about that. That bus driver was aiming for her, like straight ahead. They said, "Fuck you."
That's what I'm saying. Like he had enough time to stop that bus.
Yes, and he just chose not to. I think it was a coordinated hit, but you know, that's one of those films where I'm like, I'm happy for what we got. It's one of those moments I'm happy we got that film, but I wish we didn't get a sequel. My idea for a Mean Girls sequel: have their kids go to high school and they go to like a reunion or something.
Yep.
Or just a reunion or something like that, or even just do college years or something. But probably, I don't know. I don't like the musical we got last year. That was pretty kind of stupid.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the musical that came out last year. I actually watched it on Paramount Plus when it finally dropped. I skipped the theater watch. I'm glad I did. It was pretty. Renee Rapp was great. Over that, she was great. Everything else kind of meh to me. Oh, my turn. Number 5.
Yeah, your turn.
Okay, so my number 5. This actually came out, Mac, while I was in college. This had to be my junior year. 2016, The Edge of 17.
That is a very deep cut film. That's actually like a really underrated movie.
I agree. I think there were some snubs here. And I know 2016 was kind of a big year with, La La Land and Moonlight kind of, taking the spotlight. But I think Edge of 17 should have got more awards love. This is one of the best coming of age films, Mac. And Haley Steinfeld, who we all know she's great at anything. She can elevate material even if it's something bad.
Yeah.
Like a Barely Lethal. Jesus Christ. But, from True Grit to her, her stuff in the MCU to her Mac before Sinners, I would have said this is the best performance of Haley Steinfeld's career was Edge of 17.
I agree.
After Sinners, Mac, I don't know. I don't know. And because she's more supporting in Sinners than, Edge of 17. She is on the spotlight. So I don't know. I might still give the edge to Edge of 17. No pun intended there, but yeah, she's great in this. Woody Harrelson, Mac, as the teacher. He is a teacher I'm sure all teachers want to be. Yes. Because he says things that teachers should not be saying to their students.
My favorite clip is when he said, well, maybe it's because nobody likes you. And she just gives the stare of, it's just like, that's actually like, and that's what this film is about. It's like, because, correct me if I'm wrong with this podcast, it has been a minute since I've seen it. Pretty much she's just like, hey, I'm just the outcast and I don't think anyone likes me. Or like, I think that no one understands me. And Woody Harrelson's just brutally honest. He's just like, maybe just know you're unlikable.
Yeah, so her life kind of, leading up to that moment, her life has kind of taken a turn because, of course, her dad died. And that gets explained in the prologue, and doesn't have the best relationship with her mom. Her brother's kind of like the post child, the favorite child, whatever. And all she really has is her best friend until her best friend sleeps with her brother.
Oh God, right? Yeah.
Yep. So that kind of starts the downward spiral of the Nadine character, and it culminates in this really some emotional moments between her and her brother at the end. And Kira Sedgwick, who plays the mom, is also great. But yeah, it's the Haley Steinfeld show here, Max. She is truly remarkable. 17 be my number 5.
What has that director gone on to do?
Director of Edge of 17. Let me look it up for you real quick, Mac. Because he has
I'm like I don't know. I just weird that we haven't seen any Stevie Nick. Nope, not the song. Never mind. Nope, this is the 1998 film with Chris Stafford. Good God, please. All right, here we go. It's
Kelly
Kelly
Freeman Craig.
Craig. Yep. Let's see.
Oh, Are You There, God? It's me, Margaret. That was great.
Oh, okay, okay. And she was a script doctor from Bumblebee. Okay, so she's gotten a few
She's
stuff.
got.
She hasn't directed.
Yeah.
She has only directed 2 films, being Edge of 17 and Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
I mean, both great movies. So I mean, I'm curious. I haven't seen what is this. She wrote Ordinary Angels. Have I seen? No, I haven't seen this. Oh, this is one of those faith-based Christian films that I can't. Yeah.
We're Scientologists here.
No, I'm a Christian. I just sometimes these movies are really just too much,
What do you
man.
mean? You're telling me you don't like God's Not Dead? Or The Shack? Or Heaven is for Real?
I remember The Shack. Yeah.
My dad loves that movie. He was like, he goes, I watched The Shack. It's like, is that the one with Sam Worthington and Octavia Spencer? It's like, that's what I remembered. Oh my God, I forgot Sam Worthington. This is before the second Avatar movie come out. I'm like, he only exists within the Avatar singularity. So when you see him in another movie, you go, well, and then like, that and then like those Christian movies are sometimes it's like, what is it, Left Behind with Nicolas Cage? That's another interesting one.
I thought like there's a crowd for them on Mac. There's a crowd for them because they make money. Because they make these movies for next to nothing.
That's true.
So I mean, they have an audience, and they're going to continue to make them until people stop seeing them, which is never, because that church crowd, Mac, it's big. It's big. It's like the Tyler Perry audience.
I was gonna say, well, they sometimes blend together.
God, can you imagine if Tyler Perry made a faith-based Padilla movie?
Good hell no. That ain't happening. That is not happening. But my number 4. Now, this is a controversial one because over the years, I'm starting to see more people saying like, oh, this movie really isn't funny. And it's even funnier when you realize that this director has gone on to make $1 billion movie this year. And that would be Napoleon Dynamite.
So, all right, that's my number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite is the perfect stoner movie, like, of all time. And this pretty much made Jon Hedder's career and like pretty much typecasted him for the rest of his career. And same with the actor who plays Pedro.
Yep.
Which he's actually a DJ now. Which is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah. But this movie is so culturally impactful because how many people do you still see wearing Vote for Pedro shirts? Or they talk like Napoleon, like, gosh.
Dude, me and my best friend, we still quote Napoleon Dynamite all the goddamn time. And that's actually how I bet that's him, Jacob.
Really?
Yeah, Jacob and I, we bonded over. That's one of the first ones we bonded over was Napoleon Dynamite.
And then we got of course, Uncle Rico, who could have played in the NFL.
How much went back and throw a football over the mountains?
And then we got Gardner Minshew, who looks like Uncle Rico. And I was like, yeah, and they actually did a crossover video.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm okay with this. And like, what's weird is that like I get why some people don't like Napoleon Dynamite because they said it feels very dry. Is that dry wit humor, which I like dry humor. So this film is funny to me every time I see it. It is weird that I'm happy we haven't gotten a sequel or anything. The only other continuation we had was that TV show on Fox a few years ago where they brought back the cast in like 2011.
That's right. Yeah, because that animated show was terrible.
I liked like the first 2 episodes and I was over it afterwards.
Yeah, that show did not work. And I was really excited for the show too, Mac. I was like, oh my God, more than Napoleon Dynamite. And it's.
But I think they said they want to do another movie.
This is the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
While the director is still as big as he is right now.
Yeah, because he made Minecraft.
Exactly. This is the perfect time to do it because most of that cast ain't doing shit anyway. So
no, I mean, think about it. The director would go on to do School of Rock, Nacho Libre, and then fucking Minecraft. Like what a career!
Listen, He could put on his resume, I almost made $1 billion at the box office.
I know. That's oh my. And then freaking what if he calls his people from Napoleon Dynamite like, you want to be in Minecraft too?
Oh.
I mean, looking at everyone, John Heater really did the most afterwards, because did he do like School for Schmucks after this? He did Blades of Glory.
Yeah, he did Blades of Glory, Dinner for Schmucks,
Benchwarmers, which I think is fucking hilarious.
I don't care what the score is on Rotten Tomatoes. Benchwarmers is fucking hilarious, Mac. I love that movie.
Because he has my best lines like, "How you feeling?" Well, I just destroyed that porta potty, but I'm feeling good. Who did this? But
that 40-year-old who's like, I am 12.
Yeah, that's the best meme, because I see it on Facebook. It's just like, this is my birth certificate. I'm 12. It's a green fucking crayon. And then like, he's got a birth certificate right here. It's like fucking $20. Like, he's got documentation. And then that whole scene when he's kicking their ass, when he goes to Richie, I'm gonna kill your family. And he starts fucking drinking. He's like, Maria, why did you leave me? He's like, Carlos, you're drunk.
Just throws up all over him.
Oh god, that was fucking hilarious.
That movie's so. Oh my god.
The sequel we don't talk about.
Next.
Oh god, but what's your number? We're on number 4. So what's your number 4?
My number 4, Mac, is another sports movie. My only other sports movie on the list, and that is, I think everyone at some point in their life has seen this movie, one way or another. Because, good Lord, Mac, the amount of times I watched this in middle school and elementary school.
I feel like I know which one you're talking about.
Remember the Titans.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah.
Yep.
Because ain't no mountain high, ain't no. This is the movie that ended racism. Don't you know that? Stay with the color purple. It taught us the strong side, left side. Like, dude, remember the Titans? Can you this movie's 25 years old, by the way. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of people that went on to go do stuff, like Ryan Gosling's in this.
Ryan Gosling. Yep.
It's like, okay. And then what's his name?
Will Patton's in this movie.
Will Patton. Wood Harris.
Yep, Wood Harris. Who I love Wood Harris, by the way.
Same. Even Gary. He was in Sons of Anarchy.
Yes, I haven't seen Sons of Anarchy, but yes.
Good,
Haley Panettiere.
Yep, she just turned 36. She went on to do Scream 4, and it was the best character.
Haley Panettiere is also another one of those high school movies. It's so bad that I like it. The I Love You, Beth Cooper. Did you ever see that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It is not a good movie, but I don't know. I have a soft spot for that. But yeah, Remember the Titans, number 4. Mac, to me, this is still the ultimate. This is a template for a great sports movie right here. It's inspirational. You got a great ensemble, great cast. It flows well. It gives you something to root for. It's inspirational. Mac, Denzel probably saw this as a paycheck day. He did. He was like, "Yeah, I'll do this dumb Disney sports movie, biographical, whatever. Yeah, fine. Where's my money?" And I still think it's one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic, sports movie out there.
He still pulled in a great performance.
He did. I think it's one of his best.
It is.
Yeah, I really do. And I think the chemistry between him and Will Patton, Mac, like they aren't like the buddies and stuff like that, but just the respect they have for one another. Yeah, mm-hmm. I love that. The way that they're able to root. It's really funny how football can bring people together, man.
Of course, why not?
You mentioned that this movie ended racism, and listen, this movie will have you believe that football ended racism. So,
but then you look up the real Herman Boom and realize he was fired for abuse. But you know what? Let's not go into that. It was.
Well, I mean, that scene though. I mean, because they show signs of that. Water is for cowards.
Yeah,
like, damn, let the boy drink the water. Damn,
it is funny because My favorite part is when he was like Gary Bertier's like, I'm your daddy now. He's like, come on, go on the bus. Or the fucking Turk's in this movie from Scrubs. I forgot. He's Speedy.
Yep.
He's like, why are you smiling? I love football. He's like, I'm gonna break my foot off your hindquarters.
I mean, I
What's your
I didn't
favorite?
I didn't realize the full Herman Boone story until like years and
Years later.
Yeah.
What's your favorite scene from Remember the Titans?
So I have a couple. When they get up early to go to the Gettysburg. Oh my God, Mac. Why am I drawing a blank?
Oh, the Gettysburg Address.
Yeah, that scene. Because that's when you really start to feel the camaraderie. I think also the intro scene, Mac, when the black players are all on the basketball court, and he comes in, and it involves that scene you mentioned earlier about Petey. Why are you smiling? Because I love football. You love it? Right? And I love that scene. And then the final game, Mac. It always gets me sweating. That championship game, it always gets me sweating. And then everything with Gary in the hospital. I know it's weird to say, but like there were some really good, powerful, emotional moments between those two. I mean,
well, I like when he said like, "That's my brother right there. That's what family." And I was like, "Damn," because they were the ones that you were rooting for throughout it. Because even like my favorite scene, one of my favorite scenes was when they were talking about like, hey, because Herman Boone was like, we're going to be doing 3 days until you all know each other. Like and he's like, I'm Gary, you're Julius. He's like, attitude reflects leadership, Captain. I was like, shit, that's like true. And then after the Gettysburg, it has the most like, it's like strong side, left side, strong. So I was like, okay, this is when you know like that shit was actually going to be really, really fucking good.
The cemetery scene where they run all that way to the cemetery. That was talking about Mac.
I also like Sunshine. Oh my god. Freaking fucking Trevor Lawrence looks like so Sunshine.
But you know what I love too, Mac? That oh my god, Kate Bosworth is in this movie. I forgot.
Yes, she is.
Yep. The one of my other favorite scenes too, Mac, is when they come back from camp. It's like, yeah, everything that happened at camp happened, but they come back to the real world, after being secluded from it. It's like, yeah, you still got to deal with this real world shit that we got, So,
and even the games are cool too. Like when they when Will Patton's character was like, "You're gonna blitz all night, and I don't want them to gain another yard because they're gonna remember when they played the Titans." Because there is a thing where if Herman Boone's fired or he loses the game, he gets fired, and Will Patton gets his job back. So there's that serious attention, like, oh shit, are they gonna lose a game and everything like that?
Yep, I remember.
And no other sports high school movie really has come close. I mean, what do we got? Gridiron Gang, which is just the hood version of Remember the Titans with the Rock. I actually like that. I like that movie a little bit.
I do like Gridiron Gang. There's not a lot of. Well, I shouldn't say that there's not a lot of inspirational sports movies, but not to the degree of where Remember the Titans kind of leaves a mark. Like this movie left a mark. I mean, we're still talking about it years later. I mean, we're talking about like we saw this movie when we were 7, 8 years old.
5 for me.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're talking about it. I'm 29. You're 27, right? 27, 28.
I'm about to be 26. Yeah,
26. So I mean, listen. Don't get me wrong. I think there are better made sports movies out there, but to the level of how iconic and inspirational, there's very, very few. Very few.
Shout out to $1 Million Arm. Oh.
Hey, $1 Million Arm's good too. I like that. And 42 also with Chadwick Boseman.
Oh my god, that is like there was a meme I saw one time that made me laugh, and it was Chadwick Boseman was going to play every single influential black man of all time.
Listen, if he was still alive, tell me he wouldn't do a Barack Obama biopic.
Oh, if he was still alive, he would have been in Sinners. He would have probably been Michael B. Jordan's character.
Or Michael B. Jordan wanted to play twins.
Oh yeah,
They would have played actual brothers.
but dang, or even he would have played a character though.
Oh yeah, if Chadwick Boseman were still alive, he would be in Sinners, 1,000%.
But we're on number 3, right?
Yeah, and I already said my number. Did you
3
say
was
number 4?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Did you say number 4, Mac?
Number 4 was Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay, yeah, that was my number 3. Okay. So it's your number 3. Yeah.
So my number 3. Now this is a deep cut, Rod, because I tell people they need to watch this movie all the time, and it's I want you to guess what this movie is. It came out in 2015, same time around Inside Out, and it's connected to a 90s hood movie with Omar Epps.
It came out in 2015?
Yes.
Around the same time as Inside Out.
Yes.
Disney movie?
No, it's not.
A major studio produced it.
It was, I believe it was A24.
Oh my God, A24 did a sports movie? Jesus Christ.
Or it's not a sports movie.
It's not, but it's a. Wait, you talking about 8th grade?
Nope, not that one. That's 2018. It's Dope.
Oh, Dope. Was that Neon?
Oh, I think it was Neon. Never mind. Yeah, it was.
Was that Neon? Maybe.
Let's double check it. Wait, let's make sure of that. Hold up.
Yeah.
Dope.
Because I don't think that was A24, but I could be wrong.
Don't bring me down. Don't bring me down.
We were both wrong.
Oh, no. It's yeah. And I'm looking now. It was produced by Diddy. So,
is it really?
It's co-executive produced by Sean Combs.
Oh my God.
And Pharrell.
Dope.
Dope is so fucking good, man.
Okay, so see, they only list 2 producers here on the Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, so that's the executive producers.
Okay, yeah, because the actual only producers they list here are Forrest Whitaker and Nita Yang.
But dude, Dope is such a great movie. It is like one of the best high school films of the 20. Very underrated. Like it flew so far under the radar. This was like my introduction to Shameik Moore post Incredible Crew and before Spider-Verse. And of course Zoe Kravitz is in here, and A$AP Rocky, man. I want him to do more movies. I like A$AP Rocky. He's funny as hell. Because he has the best quote. You know what a slippery slope is? He's like, does it got anything to do with skiing? He's like, sit your ass down. But
wait till you see him in Highest to Lowest.
Oh,
yeah, he's good in that.
But Dope is great because it tells a story. I relate to it a lot. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I relate to this movie because it's the whole thing of like Malcolm and his friend, played by Shameik Moore. They're told like, hey, you don't act black because you like all this 80s nerd shit. Pretty much Forrest Whitaker said of the narration, white people shit. And like, I like that because it tells a message of like, you don't have to be you to really be yourself, because he has to sell drugs by accident because it's the whole thing with it. And they don't use regular drugs. They use Bitcoin to sell drugs, which is unique to me because it's like, that's something a nerd would do. Bitcoin. That's people fucking doing it right now. This movie was ahead of the curve. The soundtrack is amazing too. Like
the soundtrack here is great.
It has a good range of original and licensed music. I think my favorite use of it was Nas's "The World Is Yours" when he was when they were getting away from the guys in the car.
Yep.
And the cast did a great job. I think Shameik Moore, this is legitimately like live action his best role.
Yeah, easily.
And I mentioned it's connected. So I don't know if you remember the movie The Wood with Omar Epps back in the day.
No, I do not.
So it was the one where him and his friends, they're from high school, and it was like pretty much a coming of age story, just telling about high school in Inglewood, California. It's just like them telling a story about like, hey, our friend Tay Diggs is getting married to what's her name from Players Club. Issa Rae? No, that's not Issa Rae. Damn, what's her name? She's bad. She's bad as shit.
Players Club, right?
Yep.
The Ice Cube movie.
Yep. We be clubbing. What the girls like something?
You talking about Lisa Ray?
Yes, that's her. Yes,
Yeah, not Issa Rae, but Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray. So it is pretty much just telling the story of how they met and some of the shenanigans in high school. And one of the characters in it, the girl that Mike Omar Epps' character, like his name's Stacy. Stacy's in this movie, like the same character. It was confirmed because they're both by the same director. So the Wood and Dope are in the same universe.
Oh,
Which is
funny enough, Mac. I have yet to see this movie.
Dope is, dude. It is so. The best part is when they're trying to sell this coke. They're like, "Go to this guy. He can help you out with it." The daughter's do you want to play with me or something? And then she took some of the coke and she started to she's like, I gotta go to my college interview and stuff like that. And it's like she had to drive him high because he didn't have his license. And then it was so, and it's like my favorite thing is like he wants to get into Harvard. Mm-hmm. And like his counselor's like, listen, man, your grades, you have good grades. They don't mean shit. You need to like make a sad story about yourself. You're black in Inglewood trying to go to Harvard. I mean, come on.
I need to rewatch. I'm gonna do that one of these days. I'm gonna watch Players Club and then watch Dope.
Dope is really, really good. I love Dope.
It's been a minute since I've seen Dope, since I've rewatched Dope. So I'm gonna rewatch it now.
It is but it's fun. The soundtrack's great. Give it a watch. Definitely an underrated move. Like in the 2010s, it was one of the most underrated films, and it's sad because it literally came out right the same month as Inside Out, so I had no fucking chance.
Well, no, whenever studios, I mean, they were looking for counter programming for sure, but when you release a small independent film against a Pixar juggernaut, you're kind of screwed. So, but it did find its audience, especially when it dropped on Netflix.
Oh, yes, that was the best part of it. And yeah. I don't want a sequel. I think I'm fine with it.
I don't think they won't get a sequel. I think it's fine as a one-off.
But you mentioned your number 3, so I guess we'll go to number 2 for you. What is your number 2?
My number 2, Mac, it's slowly creeping up. So my number 2 and my number 1 are both in my top 20 films of all time. This one in particular, Mac, I was not expecting to hit my top 20 films of all time because it looked like a throwaway kind of YA adaptation of a book. I like the cast and everything, but I was like, I don't really know. The trailer's not really doing it for me. And then I sat down and watched this thing. And I was like, holy crap, this movie is not just great, it's emotional. I'm in love with this group of friends. And so I'm not gonna be able to lead anymore. It's Love, Simon. 2018 Love, Simon.
Okay.
Back when I took it, I had no interest in this movie. I had zero. None. And then I watched it back, and it has become every year just gets higher and higher on my all-time favorite movie list as I get older. It is not just a great just like LGBTQ story, but it's just a great love story. So for those who aren't familiar with Love, Simon played by Nick Robinson, plays a closeted gay teen in high school. I think he's a senior. It actually takes place here in Atlanta, Mac.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it takes place here in Atlanta. And he's got a great group of friends, all this stuff, and then one day he has a pen pal, or someone emails him. Oh, I'm sorry. They have like that, their own version of like Facebook or whatever. And he comes out, with like an alias of like, I'm a gay, closeted gay guy, but no one knows who he is. And so, Simon, played by Nick Robinson, they start this communication back and forth and him trying to find out who he is. And there's a little side plot here with someone eventually finding out Simon's secret and how that kind of interferes with his life, his relationship with his family and friends and stuff like that. But it is just a beautiful, emotional movie. I don't want to get into spoilers, but this is a tiny spoiler, Mac. He does come out to one of his friends, and the way that scene is handled, I thought was beautifully done. And this is coming from a straight dude. I was getting emotional. I do think, Mac, that my biggest flaw, there's a portion of this movie where I think some characters overreact to something that happens. And I'm like, if you really know what this guy was going through, you wouldn't be reacting the way he. But anyway, that's not how I would react. But anyway, it's a small little nitpick. I truly do think this is one of the best just like YA adaptations we have out there, because it is based off a novel called Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, and it's really great. If you haven't watched it, it's a great emotional, just sweet film. So highly recommend Love, Simon.
Now, I didn't get the chance to watch Love, Simon, but I did hear good things about it. Did you watch the sequel series on
I did.
Love, Victor? Was that good?
First 2 seasons, yes. The third season, I was like, okay, it's running out of steam. But the first 2 seasons, I thought were pretty good. Like, it's nowhere near the greatness of the film, but I think it keeps the tone of the film, and the characters that it's centered around are great, and they do bring back some of the characters from the film as well. I'm not going to say who, just in case people want to know, but see the movie, whatever. But yeah, please go see Love, Simon. It's great.
I will try to watch it as much as I can. But what was it? We're at number 2?
Yeah, you're number 2 now.
Okay, so number 2. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say my number 2 favorite high school movie, and this counts. I'm going to say Chronicle.
I was, Mac, I wanted to put this on my list, and I was like, I don't know. Because if I put Chronicle on my list, I got to put Homecoming on my list. And so I just kept comic movies out of it. But I since you put Chronicle on your list, Chronicle will be in my 6 through 10.
This is Josh Trank's best movie.
No, Mac, it's his only movie.
Yeah, nothing else ever happened after that.
Happened after.
But Chronicle is such a great. I call it the live action white people of Kira movie. Because we're never gonna get that live action Kira movie.
Nope.
This movie is really fun, and young Michael B. Jordan's in this movie too, so that's pretty cool. This movie's unique because it keeps it open enough, because it does start off as like, oh, it's a found footage high school movie and everything like that. But I do like how it incorporates the use of the powers, because it keeps everything vague. It's like, oh, they found this rock, they gave them the telekinesis, we don't know what happened, and like all we know is like, hey, this is like that. And you start to question like how far can the power can go, and it already builds up with that, because you see in the main character Andrew, he was picked on, he's like the outcast of school, he gets abused at home by his dad, his mom's sick, his cousin is the popular kid and everything like that. And you kind of already see he was a little bit like not in the head. And then when you get powers, we always say those people are like, I'll be a superhero, but let's face it, majority of people that get powers are going to be Homelanders.
Listen, Dane DeHaan basically became Homelander in that movie. So
yeah, like his descent, I thought was like a very interesting, because I realized shit got real when he killed Steve, Michael B. Jordan's character, when he was like, hey, we're friends and everything. Because Michael B. Jordan's character, like, he's the popular kid, but he started hanging out with them. He's like, hey, you guys are actually pretty cool. And he started to be like, hey, I'm really your friend. I'm really like there for y'all. And then Andrew got so mad, he fucking struck him with lightning. I said, oh shit, that's fucking violent. It was like, and that was like the halfway point of the movie, I'd say, right? That's when they started to learn to fly.
The tail end of the second act, yeah.
Yeah. And that was like the part where like, oh, shit's really about to change.
Yeah, that's when the movie's tone, it got really, really dark. And what they did with Dane DeHaan's character too, Mac, I was like, first of all, Dane DeHaan, that was my introduction to Dane DeHaan. I think for most of the people, that was probably their introduction. I don't think he's ever been better than what he did in this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he was Valerian.
Anyway, you know what though? I always wanted a sequel to this movie. I'm glad we never got it.
I heard they're doing it, all female sequel.
Okay. Well, okay.
Because Josh Trank and Max Landis are persona non grata now.
Why must people just give me headaches all the time, Mac? Why must people do these things? Why do people do these things to us,
like,
Mac?
It teased itself for a sequel, but I'm fine with it just kind of being left as this pocket universe type of movie.
I will say this. If done right, a female Chronicle can work. But you can't repeat the same thing. That's a challenging thing, right, Mac? With you can't it's not the fact that there's all female characters. It's like how can you separate the two?
Well, how would you even do it? Because would you have it take place in the same universe of like, hey, these events already happened, and these girls are kind of like, we want to know how they got their powers, and they get the same thing.
Unless you do a multiverse.
What if we later find out that this was part of the Cloverfield universe?
I wouldn't put anything past that.
Like, I was like, I don't know, but
Chronicle. I mean, look, they're both found footage movies, so
Chronicle, I'm fine with it being its own movie, its own care movie, and honestly, the effects look still pretty good 13 years later. Like them flying. Go ahead.
When was the last time you watched it?
Last year.
Still holds up?
I'd say so. I mean, some of it's wonky with them flying. That looks a little bad, but that last fight between them, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that last fight's great.
Especially when he fucking plows a bus into him. He's like, I'm an apex predator. And it's just, that means the driver who's in there is like, I got a hawk, get out the way, kid, you're in the air. But, I like Chronicle. But Rod, what's your number one?
It is, to me, Mac, one of the greatest films ever made. I think it's my number 10 film of all time. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Respect. Actually, my number one's in 80s movies, too.
Nice. Mac, this is a classic. I love this movie. And, the more you watch, the first time I watched it, I was really enjoying it and stuff like that. And then the second time I watched it, I come to realize this movie has nothing to do about Ferris.
No.
This is Cameron's movie. Yeah. This is all about Cameron. This has nothing to do with Ferris. Ferris is great and all. And in a way, Mac, you can analyze this and be like, Ferris is kind of the villain of the story. But so many iconic scenes, whether it's the twist and shout scene, whether it's the iconic him running back home to his parents, anything with Rooney, the phone calls back and forth with Rooney, the fourth wall breaking, Mac. Was this the first time we saw fourth wall breaking in the movie?
I think to the degree that it did it, because before I think they probably did subtle hints to the camera. Like, I think the first ever fourth wall break was the Great Train Robbery when the guy shot the gun at the camera. But this is I think this might be the first time where he actually addressed the audience.
Okay. That sounds right. So Ferris Bueller's Day Off, man. It's a classic. It's entertaining as hell. We finally got to see Mia Sara again in a freaking movie with Life of Chuck.
I know, right?
Great to see her back. No flaws in this movie, man.
I like it because it's so relatable, because we've all been on a thing of we just want a day off, and we will do anything to obtain a day off. And I think my favorite scene too is the running back home, because it's like dun, 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 dun. Although it's kind of creepy because you realize the principal in that movie was he's like, I got you, Ferris.
I try to forget about that. Because he's such an integral part of that movie, Mac. Every time I look at him, I'm like, I don't want to look at you right now. I don't want to look at you. I don't know you. So it's that part's tough. But I mean, that aside, they were going to do a spin-off series. I don't know if it's still happening on Paramount Plus with the two drivers who took the car, the valet guys.
That would have been interesting.
You see, Ben and I were like, why? When we talked about it for the podcast, Ben and I were like, why is this happening? We don't need this.
That's like when they did the Training Day TV show with Bill Paxton, and then the Rush Hour show on CBS.
Oh my God, I forgot about the Rush Hour.
I was like, we need all these TV shows. I don't know who decided that.
CBS greenlights. CBS is like Netflix. They will greenlight anything. They don't care if it lasts a season. They're gonna check.
Hey, they had SWAT worked. That was a TV. That was a movie that went to a TV show. They got better as a TV show.
I never watched SWAT. Was it good?
I liked the movie, and the show was pretty entertaining.
Okay.
I'm more of a Chicago PD Law and Order guy. And The Rookie.
Law and Order is gonna be around when your children have grandchildren back. So
Law and Order is going to be in my household forever.
you have a favorite of the three?
SVU.
Okay, yeah, that's me too.
So when I went to the hospital earlier this year, the TV was cable. All it was just USA Network, and I watched a lot of Law and Order SVU. And when I got home, I put on Peacock, and I've been watching every single season. So I think I'm on season 10 because I did that, and I've actually started to rewatch Always Sunny. So I'm on season 2,
Nice.
and I'm trying to get people to watch Always Sunny, but it's so hard to sell that show. Like, it's a show about a bunch of sociopaths who just get drunk and get bored, try to scheme.
The way they're able to still come up with
New shit.
different shenanigans for them to get into, it's impressive.
It's crazy because they just turned 20 years old this month.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm watching it, and like I'm watching the first season. I'm like, oh my god, they were getting away with a lot of shit back then. Like it FX at 20 years old, because I was like, I don't think they thought it was gonna last a season. Because like the first couple seasons feel like an Adult Swim show.
It does, because remember that it was still shot in that box format. What was that? What ratio was that, Mac? The
4:3.
Yeah, that 4:3 ratio, and I don't forget which season where they finally went to the widescreen format, but for those earlier seasons, like this show has been around for a very long time.
Dude, when they mentioned some stuff, like they mentioned the War on Terror, I said, oh my god. Or like when they're like, Charlie, you got to pay your rent, it's $8.94. I'm like, good god, what the fuck happened now? I was like, Jesus Christ. But I was like, my favorite episode, like I've seen Always Sunny, like I'm on the new season. My all-time favorite, like one of my favorite episodes, rewatching it, I liked when I'm on the second season when Danny DeVito comes in as Frank, and Mac sleeps with Dennis's mom, and then it's a whole domino effect. So Charlie, when he's like, I know something you don't know, and it's just him to get the coffee chick. And then Frank walks, he's like, I had sex with your dad, because that's what, and then Charlie just starts crying. I'm like, I actually felt bad for him, because he's like, but when
hold on, Matt, something happened.
Oh yeah.
Or hold on a second. Yeah, one of my monitors just went out, but I'll fix it later. Yeah.
But the fucking when Mac and Dennis, or when Dennis and Dee became crackheads, that shit was fucking funny.
Oh,
we're like, one crack, please. He's like, I'll give you a deal, 2 for 1. How much? Yep. $200. That seems reasonable.
Hey, Matt, can you still see me?
Yeah, I got you. I see you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I want to make sure.
Okay, cool. So my number one movie is also an 80s film, and is also a what's the word? Not inspirational. An influential 80s movie. That's The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So I almost didn't include The Breakfast Club because people are like, well, technically it's detention, so it's not school. I'm like, no, it's still high school. It's still high school. The Breakfast Club is like one of the best movies of that kind, having like a small cast in a confined space, just talking and using character work. And that really shows like the strong writing in this film, because you could tell you have the jock, the nerd, the popular girl, the burnout. Every high school architect we've seen in media like this are all in this one film, and they interact so well.
That movie, Mac, to me is still the blueprint for how to make just a great coming of age high school film. It may not be my favorite, but there are so many iconic things about that movie, and the fact that they're able to make everyone there relatable, even someone like the jock or the
popular girl.
Yeah. What's the guy's name? Back.
Let's see.
I'm gonna feel really terrible in a second here. John Hughes. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
We need more films like John Hughes, man. Like he was really one of a kind. He really was. I mean, because he directed both of our number one movies.
Yeah, he did.
You know, anything about 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink. I mean, he has made some really great high school movies. And like I said, I do think that The Breakfast Club, while not my favorite, it's iconic. I hope it never ever gets remade.
Well, there was a canceled sequel. So according to Wikipedia, John Hughes had considered developing a sequel that would reunite the original characters years later during a university detention session. The concept involved the characters having evolved into personalities that contrasted with their high school identities, highlighting how they had changed over time. However, the project was never realized and no sequel was produced prior to Hughes' death in 2009.
Interesting.
Can you imagine that? A college breakfast club?
That could work. That could technically work.
You think so?
I think it could. With the right, I think the script would be the big thing, and then you can't put them in detention because there's no detention in college. So I don't know. You gotta put them just like in a classroom setting, something like that, Mac, where they gotta do like a group project or something, and they're all stuck in the library or something because they get locked in for the night.
COVID,
like that. Yo, okay, there you go.
They have to do like a Zoom reunion. Well, they did have a reunion in 2025. They had a panel discussion in Chicago, which it is kind of crazy because a lot of people, like a lot of the cast, did go on to do big things. So this is part of the Brat Pack. So you got Emilio Estevez, Paul Gleason, Anthony Michael Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Ali Sheedy. And one of the best ending songs. Hey, 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 don't you forget about me.
Don't. Look at us doing
something. It has the best quote when they left a letter to the principal when they left. And he's like, a brain, an athlete, a basket case, a princess, and a criminal. Sincerely yours, The Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the cast right now. I guess the person who probably has done the most, Molly Ringwald, right?
I say so. Yeah, she was in Gem and the Holograms, the greatest movie of 2015.
Yeah, okay, Mac. We can stop it right there.
But it is kind of crazy. Like the two iconic 80s movies, she was both in 16 Candles and Breakfast Club.
Also in Pretty in Pink. So
that 3. And she was in A Kissing Booth, the defining movies of our generation.
Jesus Christ. Our kids gonna be like, what the hell is this garbage that you guys have to
also, shout out to recently, like how influential the Breakfast Club is. I don't know if you remember, Sebastian Stan said in the lead up to Thunderbolts that the Thunderbolts kind of felt like a Breakfast Club movie.
It feels like that. I mean, first of all, Mac, an hour of that movie takes place in that bunker.
In that bunker, yeah.
So that's where a lot of the team chemistry kind of happens, is in that bunker. So he's not wrong.
It is very I like it because it's just very you can see it and then one of my favorite episodes of the regular show, it was Benson and Rigby in the they had to write a resignation letter for Maillard, boss. There's some of the Breakfast Club, they were the lunch club because they had wings together.
Yep.
But yeah, I love Breakfast Club so much. I actually might watch it tonight before I go to bed.
You're making me want to watch Ferris Bueller now.
But yeah, that's the best. We don't have to do the worst because I really can't think of anything. I mean, what are we gonna say? Any
Kissing
low budget? Kissing. Okay, hold on a second. So, did I ever tell you my story with the kissing booth?
I don't think so.
So, that was the film they filmed the sequels back to back. Remember that?
They filmed those movies back to back?
They filmed the second and third one back to back because
Jesus.
I think so the first one came out, I didn't watch it. And then when I met Kristen, we're like, hey, we're gonna do a Kissing Booth episode because Kissing Booth 2 had come out during COVID. So we watched it, and then at the end, it had the teaser for the third movie, and then they already said they filmed the third movie. So it came out a year later. And I remember I ended up watching Kissing Booth 1 and 2. I watched Kissing Booth 2 like 2 times in the span of 12 hours. I'm not
Mac,
proud of it.
sometimes I question your decision making with the movies you watch on certain days. You know, I'm like,
Listen,
Mac.
Kissing Booth is truly a movie about how consent is not a thing in this fucking universe.
Oh my god.
And boundaries.
Well, since I mean, I know it's not. Well, yeah, I would consider it a high school movie. You know, you want to know what one of the worst high school movies is, Mac?
What?
Prom.
Oh, F the Prom. Oh, we
Was
watched that
Prom?
on the podcast. We did a review for that one.
Not that Prom. I'm thinking. Oh, not no. So it's not called. It's. I missed the second part. Prom Night with Brittany Snow.
Oh, is that the horror remake?
Oh, Mac, it's so bad.
Oh, I remember that one was I think the director. Oh, he did another horror movie that was shit, and he was from the direct. Oh, what did he do?
Oh my god, Mac, how do we forget Back to the Future? Jesus Christ.
Shit. Yep, that's right. Back to the Future. Don't need money. Don't take fame. Don't need a credit card to ride this train.
Jesus. Damn.
It has
Hoop Dreams.
Hoop Dreams is good. What else did we miss?
I'm looking through some lists right now that like Screen Rant's done. Oh my god, Vampire Academy is so bad. Jesus Christ.
Vampire Academy.
That Zoid Deutsch review. Did you ever?
No. Oh no. I'm looking up the director real quick for Prom Night. What he went on to do for films. Okay, so
I don't think he did much afterward.
No, Nelson McCormick, who did the remake of Prom Night, he would later go on to do another 80s remake of The Stepfather a year later.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that movie's just as bad.
With Dylan Walsh. I wonder what Dylan Walsh is doing. And Amber Heard.
God, that's right. Amber Heard was in that movie. Let's see. Okay, I'm going through another list here. Tall Girl, never saw it.
That movie sucked. Oh my god, that movie's problematic as hell. Oh, we forgot about Higher Learning. Well, I guess it's university.
Never seen
You've
it.
never seen Higher Learning? That's like one of John Singleton's best works, in my opinion.
I'll put on the list.
Same with we can't count Jimenez to Society because at the beginning of the movie is high school that they graduate.
Fault in Our Stars.
Liked it. I hated the song. Boom, clap sound in my heart. The beat goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah, that movie's. I don't hate it. I think it's fine.
I
was looking at my movie collection here on the side. If I missed anything, I'm sure I'm missing a whole bunch.
What about God? What?
Mac, bring it on.
Yeah.
Hey, it's mid-tier.
Yeah.
It's mid-tier.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you Bring It On.
It's mid-tier.
I will say another bad one that we didn't talk about is Unfriended.
Yeah, because I love Unfriended. Yeah, I love that movie.
Were you being legit? Yeah, double check to make that. I don't think the movie's terrible. I think it just has very bad moments in decision making.
The movie has some bad moments for sure, but I think was really creative what they did with the whole Skype setup, because that gimmick could have gotten so bad so quickly, and I thought it was really effective. I don't think it's scary, but I thought it was
all right,
effective.
Guys, hands up. Who's doing this? Or
now, watch the sequel though, Dark Web. I think it's actually a little better. I still prefer the first one, but I do think the second one, Dark Web, is actually a little bit more intense.
I will say
terrifying.
Dark Web did feel more intense. I like Dark Web because it didn't do the super. I didn't like it as much because I did like the supernatural element of the first one. Like I thought that was unique. But I don't know. That first Unfriended was so wacky fun, and then when I found out that the Blair was the girl who killed herself at the beginning of Oculus with the Christmas lights, that made me fucking laugh. I was like, well, oh no, that's the Blair guy. Laura caught up to you, made you kill yourself with Christmas lights.
Okay. So I know it's not high school. I believe it takes place at the end of middle school. But it is one of the most mismarketed movies Disney has ever done. And it features an ending that is, or a third act that is so freaking depressing, Mac. I remember sitting there with my mom and sister being like, "What? This is a Disney movie. Why is Bridget Terabithia making me cry and making me feel all
So
these
I have
things?"
not watched a movie in 20 years. Like, no joke.
Dude, that movie. What was that?
It was
Mac?
something unique, and the fact Disney was attached to it, I was shocked.
Yes. Because I'm like, man, I'm so happy. I love these two. Oh my gosh, he died. Like,
what about what? Oh, we forgot all the Disney movies. Like you got Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior, Eddie's Big Cook-Off, the High School Musical movies.
That jump rope movie that's
so
goddamn stupid.
We don't accept jumping slander here. It has that grit song like push it
Mac,
to the limit.
He turned down a football scholarship to pursue his career.
No, it wasn't football.
Rope.
He was a boxer. His dad wanted him to box.
Okay, boxing. Yeah,
which is funny because I remember that movie, The Bully. That was like the big bully. It turns out he was homeless because like Corbin Blue saw him take like his clothes out of his clothes were in a trash bag, and it made him feel bad. He's like, "Go do your jump rope, dude. I got your back." I was like, "What the fuck?" And I know it's not a high school movie, but can we give a shout out to Let It Shine? I like Let It Shine. Like it's 8 Mile, but PG and Disney.
Disney, yeah, it's Disney.
Which is funny because
Mile. And Tyler
his friend goes on to be in Superfly, the 2018 remake. Or even like when we had Minutemen, that was another one. Hatching Pete, well, that's not a school movie. Kim Possible is the show that take place in your school. My friends was like, "What about Recess, the movie?" Yeah.
Oh, school's out. Yeah.
What about Chicken Little? Is that a school movie?
Great.
I like Chicken Little. It's such a.
Who we talking about? That's my favorite part.
Which part?
Movie. He's like, who are we talking about?
My favorite is when the mayor's like tic tac and he gets fucking zapped. Like the good video game.
That movie has iconic lines. Stupid.
What about
stupid?
Oh, what's another?
Movie.
Oh, school movie. Well, I guess. Oh, we didn't talk about Magic School Bus.
There's a reason, man. We didn't.
It doesn't have a. Are you surprised we never had a Magic School Bus movie?
I actually am surprised.
How would we make a Magic School Bus movie? Would it have to be like this great adventure? They have to like save the world or something.
Well, if you do it in animated, you have to do it animated because that movie live action would just look terrifying. Yeah. Although, who would voice Miss Fritz?
You'd have to get the original voice actress. What's your name? Rita Wilson?
Magic School.
Because they had that 2019-2020 reboot with Kate McKinnon as the voice of Miss Frizzle's cousin or sister.
American media franchise.
This is the real research, folks.
Have you seen the Robot Chicken
Yes,
Magic School Bus? I miss Robot Chicken.
They actually
still air
do, but
episodes?
they're turning down the my favorite. Fuck high school. We talked about school movies. This is about Robot Chicken. My favorite Robot Chicken, the first ever Robot Chicken, when I watched was Mario and Luigi Go to Vice City. Oh my god, it's like so they go to GTA Vice City and they're looking for mushrooms and like they find shrooms of a dealer. They think this prostitute's Peach, and then like they get like 5 stars and the cops kill Luigi. He's like, you killed my brother, your son's Luigi's. He's like, I'll take all you motherfuckers down. He's shot. Then,
yes, I have seen that.
Yoshi went to Raccoon City and got eaten by all the fucking zombies. And I was like, my stepbrother showed me, I'm like, what the fuck is Robot Chicken? And then like another iconic one was when the gummy bear stepped in the bear trap. It was just like, God motherfucking it's like I guess I have to eat my own leg. Oh, that tastes delicious. Or the fucking Bop It one. That was the one where the kid was like, extend it, load it, read it. And he's like, assassinates time. He's like, fake it. It's like, I was just playing with my toy. He's like, why is your toy smoking? End it. And he's like, oh no, God. He's like, zip it. And then he sniffs on the Bop It. And then the ending scene was like, suck it. Damn it. What's your favorite Robot Chicken sketches?
Anything to do with Star Wars.
What? The Stormtrooper? My lord? Stormtrooper? Yes, Lord. He's like,
yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck. He's like, oh, what?
And then the other one I really love, I still go back, is the back and forth with him and Darth Vader.
Oh yeah,
when he's on the phone. What do you mean they blew up the Death Star? Oh, what are you getting? Let me get a turkey club.
I like Gary the Stormtrooper when he took his daughter. He's like, Daddy, you're not even trying to say, look, sweetie, it's hard to hear this. I can hear the damn man. It's like control my own my thought of matter. And then the other just like, see, so I don't take my kids to jack shit. Or like when he held the elevator, he's like, I remember this. What's your ID number? It's 1142. Eat my ass.
Another one too was the Six Flags.
Which one was that one?
It's just like the Six Flags promo, but the Six Flags guy is just like unhinged and just doing all this weird shit. It's really funny.
I like the one where they had the girl with the dragon tattoo took over for Velma for Scooby-Doo.
I know I haven't seen that one.
Funny. And then another one I liked was when they actually had the cast of Fantastic Four do a parody. They switched Michael Chiklis' character from The Shield with Ben Grimm's The Thing. So it's Vic in the Fantastic Four. Like you have Julian McMahon as Dr. Doom, and you got Chris Evans actually came back for Human Torch. And it's like, Sue. They're like, Sue, come on. She got hit by a car and like got killed. It's like, Sue, you're being awfully quiet on this ride home, bitch. And then it cuts to like, I wonder where that Ben guy is. It cuts like the Shield universe, like, it's clobbering time. But like my favorite parody ever on Adult Swim. Did you ever watch Venture Brothers?
I dabbled in Venture. I can never get into it.
There's 2 parodies of it that I think are great. The first parody is the Scooby-Doo parody. The fucking mystery gang. So instead of they're all like based off like real killers and like psychopaths. So like Fred was Ted Bundy, Velma was the lady that shot Andy Warhol, Shaggy was Son of Sam, and Daphne was Patty Hearst. And like they're traveling everywhere, and it's like, and Ted's like, oh, we're stopped. We're at gas. Oh, look, it's a compound. Listen, another mystery. It's like, Ted, you said we can go to my parents' house. This is on the way. We've been driving to my parents' house for 15 years. You promised you take me. And it's like, I was like, oh my god. And then like Shaggy's like, come on, man, just talk to them anyway. Like, not here to talk to them. You're here to serve the master. Like, oh my god, it's the funniest fucking Scooby-Doo parody ever. And then they had the what's the one? It's the most fucked up one. It's the Fantastic Four parody.
I gotta find that Fantastic Four one. Okay, so all the episodes are still on HBO.
This iteration, I think I forgot what it's called. I think it's like the Mr. It's not but it's like Mr. Fantastic is completely normal. But like the way they portray him is like a megalomaniac who did this sick experience with his family. So the thing is kind of like a slow child. He has like a child like mentally challenged, and then Sue can only turn her skin invisible. And then Johnny, he can still light on fire, but every time he lights on fire, he goes around screaming like, "Ah, oh my god!" So they keep put in like an oxygen deprivation tank. So one of the brothers find him, and they turn on by accident. He's like, "Stop, drop, and roll! Stop, drop, and roll!" He goes, oh my god!"
Jesus
also,
Christ.
give another shout out to Mike Tyson Mysteries. No, that's actually a spoof on Scooby Doo and the Muhammad Ali show.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! But yeah,
that's so weird. So they kept all the Adult Swim stuff, but they got rid of all the Cartoon Network.
Which actually, funny enough, that movie Good Dog's coming out, or Good Boys coming out, which is essentially Courage the Cowardly Dog. But the dog's probably not going to do anything.
Oh, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I got to go back and rewatch
Your dimension has, you have 3 dimensions. We have 10,000. Remember the controversy with that when they were promoting the movie back in the day and they put light brights around different cities in Boston, thought it was bombs? Yeah, so back in the Aqua Teen movie, which I've seen, I actually like it. They put light brights in the moonlit nights all over major cities. But in Boston, they thought it was like bombs. So it shut down Boston. And they're like, no, it's just light brights. It was a big thing to happen, like back in 2007.
All right.
My favorite Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So whenever I go on vacation or a trip, I always use the clip, "It's vacation time, brothers. Vacation time, brother. Vacation. Vacation. Like, this ain't vacation. This hurts." And like out of like the dynamic with my mom, sister, and I, my sister's Frylock, my mom's Meatwad, and I'm Master Shake. No, my mom's Master Shake, my sister's Frylock, and I'm Meatwad. Vacation time, brothers. Vacation time, brother. Vacation. I was so sad when it got canceled, but I'm actually happy because it had a good run. Because that theme song too was also
when did that end?
2015.
Okay.
But I like my favorite quote is, "I should not have to walk so a child may live." I was like, Jesus.
Is that Christ. A quote?
Yes.
Oh my God.
He said, because he had a son. He's like, "I should not have to walk so a child may live."
Jesus Christ.
Or my favorite one, they did a Highlander parody. And it's like, yeah, he fell off the cliff. He's gonna look weird. He had like googly eyes. He's like, "Oh man, what happened to your eyes?" He's like, "Shut up. There could be only one." He gets struck by lightning stuff. I was like, "We're grilling tonight." I like, fucking love it. Thank you so much. Oh my God. What's some of your other favorite Adult Swim shows?
I don't know if I have because Robot Chicken was the main one for me, Mac. And I had completely. Oh, stuff! I got too many tabs open. There we go. You know what? Let's just find. I'm gonna pull up a list here.
What about More Oral? You seen that one?
You know, it's funny that I just passed that show when I was looking through the Adult Swim stuff here on HBO Max. I guess Rick and Morty counts as an Adult Swim show, right? So Rick and Morty.
Okay.
I dabbled with home movies for a little bit.
That was a guilty pleasure. Same with 12-Ounce Mouse.
I guess My Adventures with Superman counts as one too. That's great. I gotta watch. I gotta get back on that Futurama stuff, man.
Futurama was something that I grew up with my stepbrother because he gave me a lot of. I like to quote that when Hermes is like, "I'm going to jump, do a flip." Me and my friends quote that as like, "If you ever jump off something, make sure you do a flip."
I think. Oh, NTSF, SDSUV.
Oh, yep, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
I like Metalocalypse.
Metalocalypse, and of course Boondocks, Mac. I mean,
yes, we don't count the 4th season.
No, we don't. No, we don't talk about that. I kind of want to do a rewatch of Boondocks.
It's still on Max.
I'm thinking about doing a rewatch. It's
I
only 50 something episodes, so
You know what episode I rewatched the other day? I Laxus and I Want You. And we do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours.
Jesus Christ, man.
He goes, it's like, oh, don't look at me. This is his escape plan. Oh, there's no plan for escaping. I seen that shank. Booty is more important than escaping. So I seen that shiv and I said, this is my opportunity to get some booty. Oh my God. What's some of your favorite Boondocks episodes?
Oh, don't ask me that, Mac. I haven't watched Boondocks in so goddamn long.
What about Tayshawn? It's fun to do bad things, which turned out to be a fucking Halloween and Juice parody.
I'm looking through it now. Let me see here.
And then they had the 2 band episodes, the one with Tyler Perry, and then the BET one.
Ah, yeah, Bitches to Rags. I did like that one a lot.
Stop hating to get money.
Which one is? Yeah, where Samuel L. Jackson's in it. The story of Lando Freeman.
Oh, when
yep.
Granddad Letty had a son, and he went on Steve Wilkos. He's like, "How's it feel to be? You're a pussy punk bitch. Hey, don't call my daddy no pussy punk bitch. That's what he is. He's a pussy punk bitch." And then, like, after the DNA test, your dad's like, "It's DNA test." And Ryan's like, "Then study next time."
How do we go from high school movies to Boondocks?
Well, you know, Boondocks is still considered school. Because I feel like I had an English teacher, man, in 8th grade. He was just chill, like out of college white guy, and he knew Boondocks. I was shocked because when I said like I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but Dad's trying. When they had the soul plane dirty, and he knew what I was talking about. He was like my favorite teacher for the rest of the school year. Because like in 8th grade, talking about damn Boondocks in school, like it's so nuts to me. But I think, is there any other TV shows, high school stuff like All of Us Are Dead is one. That second season should be here any time now.
Any day now. Okay, well, if you want to talk about those cheesy CW shows, I mean,
Archie.
I'm not talking about that shit.
Oh, we didn't talk about 13 Reasons Why.
Oh shit, we didn't. Anyway,
I'm gonna say something about this show. I've watched all the seasons, and I hate 13 Reasons Why, but I find perverse comedy in it. Hannah Baker should have just died in peace.
What'd you say?
You fucking heard me. Hannah Baker should have died in peace.
I couldn't get past season 2.
Which part? The fact that they
made the season 2? Yes.
The mop scene, or just a potential school shooting scene?
Mac, there's so much wrong with 13 Reasons Why. And I love Captain Langford.
Mm-hmm.
But this show is terrible. This show is 4 seasons?
Yeah.
I thought there were 3.
No, because second season was when they teased the school shooting, and then the 3rd season they actually tried to redeem Bryce, the rapist. And then the 4th season was the one where they had the there was supposed to be the reflecting the real life of the protests. But they're like, we're protesting that we want prom. And then they buried the tapes because they realized everything that happened was this bitch's fault.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But I think that's gonna do it for us. We really don't have any other high school stuff to talk about.
No, I think I mean, like I said, the cheesy high school shows like the 90210s, Gossip Girl, stuff like that. I mean, I had a soft spot for that's like a guilty pleasure is Gossip Girl.
Don't forget about Euphoria.
Those aren't high schoolers, man.
Those are grown ass adults.
Those are grown ass people doing some
Like,
grown ass shit.
let's do this. Like, no, it's a high school experience. You know, all high schools are like that.
Sure, Mac.
Don't you know all high schools deal with that type of shit? Like 13 Reasons Why, when that kid had the stuff happen with that broomstick, that happens in high schools. They did research.
I'm about to just walk away.
All right, so that's the stream. Next time, I don't know. Maybe we'll do that Disney Channel original movies. We'll probably go through and talk about some of them. That'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Sports movies since it's American football season. That'd be fun.
That's true. Too. We could talk about Like Mike 2, Street Ball.
You know what? We don't have to talk about it anymore.
I heard they're making another one, apparently. Like another like
Why? Why?
I don't know. He's older. Maybe he's good at basketball. He goes back in the league. He's like Mr. 3000.
Well, he ain't good at basketball.
He's like Mr. 3000, wants to go back for his 3,000 points.
Mac. No.
Underrated sports movie, actually. Mr. 3000. I actually like that movie.
Mr. 3. Steve, that see, we need to go top 10 sports movies. That would be fun.
Yeah, because I want to talk about that movie. That's actually, I like that movie with Bernie Mac.
I miss Bernie.
Me too. And then what's another sports movie? We can talk about some of the WWE movies like The Chaperone and Knucklehead.
Mac, if you don't end this podcast right now, I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
But until listen, thank you all for tuning in. For the folks that are going back to school, here's our advice. Take it day by day. The shit that you deal with in school, that's not going to matter by June. As soon as you're out of school, nobody cares. Trust me. Like it.
High school, enjoy the ride, but like once you get that diploma, high school means nothing.
Yeah,
it's going to be.
Don't be one of the people at those dollar stores talking about, hey, young buck, I was in high school. I was on the JV and varsity team on my senior year. I could have gone pro.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Or don't make OnlyFans after high school.
Or just don't make an OnlyFans, period. But anyway.
Yeah, that's it. But, Rod, where can the good folks find you at?
On Filmstagram, personal film page, Cinema Gallery with 3 L's and the word gallery. And then on my podcast with myself and the wonderful Ben Saunders, the Infinity Film Podcast. You can find us there. Actually, Mac, we're recording a new episode tomorrow, so that should be fun. The episode that I had half a Filmstagram chime in on, so that should be fun.
Awesome. Well, it was good to have you on, man. We're going to do this again real soon. We don't know when schedules will align, but you can find me on YouTube at Mac Movie Reviews and TikTok as well at Mac Movie Reviews. You can also find me on Instagram, same name as well too. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Y'all have a good rest of your night. Until next time, we'll see you all later. Peace.
Peace.